Welcome to a month in the Kruger. This is Satara. There's always a big queue at Satara, no matter what time you seem to get to the gate, unless you want to get there a good half an hour before the gate opening time. We're about 12 back in the queue at the moment, and it looks like it's going to be a good day because the sun is just about rising and there are no clouds today, so that's going to make a change. Yesterday was pretty good, even though the weather wasn't great, with 3 separate line sightings, one right at the end of the day when it was a bit too dark to actually film anything. Not quite sure which way we're going today. We'll wait and see which way everybody else goes and then maybe go the opposite way. Let's see where we get on the road. Well, that's been rather an unplanned morning this morning. Sadly, all the roads around Satara, or the gravel roads around Satara, are still closed off due to the rain over the last few days. So we had to drive quite a long way north, in fact almost as far as Oliphant's Camp, to be able to get off the main road. The Oliphant's River was more full than we've ever seen it, flowing quite strongly. But strangely, completely devoid of bird life, and with just a single crocodile. We now got to Oliphant's Camp. We're going to have a look around there, and then we'll sort of head back to Satara, and hopefully some of the gravel roads might be open by then. There was a ranger on the S90 checking it, so hopefully he'll deem it fit for travel and we can go back a different way. Otherwise it gets a bit boring just going up and down the single main road. Let's hope. Take you now for a look at the Oliphant's River. We're now on the S44, one of the gravel roads close to Oliphant's Camp, where there's a really nice viewpoint where you can get out and have a look at the river. Okay, let's go and see if the S90 is open. When you're close to Satara and there's a traffic jam like this, it can only mean one thing: lions. Sure enough, there they are. Now it's just a matter of waiting to see if they actually do anything. For our afternoon drive, we're heading down the S100, which is supposedly the most famous road in the park for lions. We've been down it several times before, but never really had much luck, so I guess it's luck of the draw. Thankfully, the road is now open. It's been closed for the past couple of days due to the rain, so it looks as if all the gravel roads are now drying up, and hopefully we'll have a bit more freedom over the next day or two. It's 5 hours later now and there's still a traffic jam at this spot, and those lions are still fast asleep. There's not much point in stopping, but it's going to take us quite a while to weave our way through the traffic. Well, that's the end of another quiet afternoon drive, which seems to be becoming the norm. We were speaking to a private safari tour guide in Satara, and he said the past couple of days have been very, very quiet, with only about half of what he usually expects to see, and he's in the park every day. Maybe it's the time of the year, maybe it's the unseasonable rainfall, I don't know, but it's certainly a lot quieter in the park than we usually have in September time. Maybe May, June is not a good time to come. Still, it's early days yet, and we're heading north soon. Maybe it'll be better up there, and by the time we get back down south, it'll be sort of beginning, middle June, and maybe things will have improved. Until then, it's time for a drink and a quiet sit before we get our dinner, and be a new day tomorrow, so we'll see what tomorrow brings. Well, it's now 10:15 at night, which is way past our usual Kruger bedtime, but we've just come back from a night drive and we're still buzzing with excitement. We'd actually forgotten that we'd had the night drive booked for tonight. We thought it was tomorrow night, but what a special night to go. It's extremely difficult to take video and take photographs on the back of a moving truck in the middle of the night, and if these photographs come out, you're in for a treat. I really hope they do. I won't say much more at the moment. I'll just show you the photographs, and you will understand why we are so excited at the moment. What an end to the day. We're leaving a bit later today, so it's straight out of the gate. I don't think we're ever going to top those lion covers last night, so let's go looking for something different today. Well, not a minute out of the gate and we've hit a huge traffic jam, so obviously those lions are still about. It's really annoying when this happens because the road's completely blocked and it's not really necessary to do that. Have to wait, see how long it takes to get through. It always makes me feel uncomfortable when there's such a huge throng of cars around the lions, me included of course, but the lions themselves don't seem to be fazed by it at all. It's about an hour since we saw those lions this morning, and would you believe it, another one. Just up the road from the hide was the biggest herd of impala we'd seen so far. And we finally got to see a secretary bird, the first one we'd seen since the Halhadi, where we saw them almost every day. Well, after all the excitement of all those lion cubs on the night drive and a fairly long morning drive yesterday, we decided to give the afternoon drive a miss and catch up on some sleep. All these starts at 5:30 in the morning do catch up on you. The morning drive was quite interesting, probably one of our best so far as regards variety of birds and animals, but again not huge quantities, so I don't know where all the herds of elephants are and herds of wildebeest. We didn't see a single buffalo. But we're heading north now to Xingwezi. It's a long drive, so this is really our last drive from Satara.